What's up, guys? It's Friday, 19th of September. Um, Back here for another day. So now that I've kind of found my footing of what I want to film for my daily vlog each day, being the exercises, what I'll do is in between the sets, that's when I'll talk about, just all the things that I've learned over the past couple months, supplements that I take for, well, it's basically, let's just say, it's all centered around mental health, what I've done to change where I'm at in my life. Because just 6 months ago, I was depressed, miserable, feeling sorry for myself. And through, to a degree, my exercise routines, not really, more just having like a structure to follow each day, start off each morning. First thing I do once I wake up, I journal for 20 minutes. No, sorry. I wake up, I meditate for 20 minutes, then I journal for 20 minutes, then I read probably takes me about 20 minutes, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, but I read a summary on Headway, and that just starts my day off on a really good footing. Also takes like an hour. I do my star jumps afterwards before I go downstairs and I start making my breakfast, my coffee, taking a bunch of supplements. Well, actually, first of all, I take my like super important supplements as I wake up, because a lot of the supplements you shouldn't really take with coffee. And that really is what I use to kickstart my day. One thing that I've also noticed is last month I started taking these peptides for brain health. They were two peptides called C-Lank and C-Max. And I took them while not taking any other supplements that were meant to increase brain power. Felt really good while taking it. And then the effects did linger for quite a while after I stopped taking it. And now the past few days, I've actually been able to actually feel that I haven't taken it, which for me is always a really good indication of your supplements working or not, is feeling them when you don't take them. But see, I'm already talking too much now. Let me get into my routine for the morning. And then, like I said, I'll just kind of do some talking in between the sets. So, like I've said, I've already done all my star jumps for the morning. So now I'm going to go straight into my warm-up routine that I have every single day. That's already warm enough to take this off. It's a chilly morning. Five, 7, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so that's the front leg swings done. Now onto the side ones. I do need to get something better to balance on than just my cupboard, but that's all I've got for now. T, 1, 2. 30. Okay, it's 2 done. Now next one, the lunges. 13, 14, 15. Okay, so today, again, definitely didn't have the motivation, but just trying to push through. I know that, like, that's one thing about exercising, is waking up feeling stiff. It's quite hard to push through, but that's also why I love having some good warm-up routines, because then as you're getting through the warm-up, often you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing that training today. Start your warm-up, muscles get a little bit looser, and you may not be able to do super high intensity training session, but you can at least get the body moving, keep up your consistency, and yeah, also just giving yourself time to rest and recover, not putting too much pressure on yourself. That's like a big theme for me, not putting too much pressure on yourself, because when you're on a bad spot, when you want to grow or feel that if you stay where you are, nothing's going to change, yeah, you just need to be a lot more, what's the word, lenient, a lot more, yeah, just allowing yourself that space to improve at your own pace. Otherwise, you miss a workout, you start to miss a couple, you regress back to your old patterns, and that's something we don't want to do. Especially once you do, like me, discover what life is without depression. Why would you ever go back? I also thought that I was just gonna be left or stuck in a life that would never change. Things would always go the same. Everything I try would always fail. But also just realizing that it was my mindset that made those things happen. As soon as I've changed my mindset, not to a positive mindset, let's say, but more to a constructive mindset, yeah, I just see those same challenges as just spaces to grow, opportunities to grow, and actually inviting the challenges and failures into my life, just knowing that I'll push through them, not become a better person, but just feel better myself for doing that. So yeah, it's just quite important. Sorry, let me not talk too much. What I'll do is I'll talk while I'm resting in between the exercises, because I'm not the type of person that can just go from one exercise to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. I need that little bit of recovery time, try and get my breath back, bring my heart rate back down. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Again, normally I use the wall, but I'm just going to do this standing here. 30. Okay, see, now this is the problem. So I made my tripod too high up. I'm definitely not going to be able to see what I do next, but you'll be able to hopefully see out of the corner what's going on. 14, 15. Okay, next side. 1, 2. Okay, just start tracking. Okay, so see, like I said, warm-ups are good because I'm already feeling a lot more ready for today, getting rid of some of that stiffness. Can really feel in my hamstrings. Yeah, let me actually see if I can just fix this tripod a little bit quick. Oh. Okay, we're back. That's probably a better height to have done it from the beginning. So yeah, now that I've got it started, body's moving, feel the blood moving through your body, becomes a bit easier to get on with the rest of your day. Okay, so now we're into the second set of warm-ups, let's say. Okay, straight into what you call these side lunges. Don't really know. Then lifting your foot. Being 4, 35, 37, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so you're definitely feeling it, more just the intensity. So now, get my breath back, have a little bit of rest, drink my coffee, my Bulletproof coffee. Oh, that's also made like a big difference. Just having normal coffee with milk, I'll have to have like 5 coffees in a day. Then with the Bulletproof coffee, putting some butter in, putting some MCT oil, and the product that I use, that is the MCT oil powder, also has L-theanine. Just helps take the edge off. Yeah, combining the caffeine with the fat just makes for some more sustainable energy throughout the day, not leading to those same crashes which happen pretty quick when you just have a cappuccino, for example. I'm not too sure if the milk has deleterious effects. If black coffee would be the same, I assume kind of so. So yeah, just trying to figure things out. I like coming up with theories from my experience, from the supplements I take, the exercises I do. Again, all my exercises are also based on joint health, mobility. Could obviously do more, but I'm not a professional athlete anymore. And even when I was super depressed, so I wasn't able to do the daily training because I didn't have that same motivation until I'd start to put on some weight, see that my face gets a little bit rounded, freak out, go into a couple months of training, get in good shape, and then slowly start to let myself go again. Let's move into the second set of lunges. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, we're getting there. Two more bits of warm-ups. Doing some arm swings, starting to feel a little bit of a sweat coming on. Love to start my day this way. And also again, as long as you push through the beginning, generally it becomes easier as you're moving along. 46. Okay, it's 50 arm swings. Quickly gonna go to the toilet quick, and then I'll be back. Okay, we're back. So now we're gonna do our last exercise from the warm-ups, and that's these rotation things. And you're just making sure that you can feel the pull in your glutes. So now you're getting some glute activation and core activation. Okay, so that's our warm-ups done. I thought I was gonna need a little breather before I start off with the rest of my training, doing the pull-ups, sit-ups again. So we're just gonna dive straight into it while I have some energy and I can feel my sweat still going a bit. Again, now I'm ready to get my day started, where this morning, that's what sometimes happens. You can start on a little bit of a downer, but as long as you push through and keep going, doesn't mean your day's a write-off. Oh, that's the best part. So, I've been a little bit confused. My legs have been so stiff today. I think my legs are getting stiff from the hang pull-ups. specifically when I go for that last hold and see how my quads are fully activated. Hamstrings have also been so stiff. I can feel it in my warm-ups. But I'm not complaining because at least through my upper body day, I'm also getting some lower body workout at the same time. That's what I'm going to do. Move this. Move it a little bit. Okay, that should be better. Okay, so I find... Okay, so that was a bit weird. My battery died. Let's see. I'm gonna fix this. I don't know if the exposure's right. For fuck's sake. Okay, it seems like it's right. Yeah, my battery just died there because I'm doing longer continuous recordings, and I shot on this battery briefly yesterday. So what I was saying is, another reason why I'm just doing this is more for kind of I see it like my own visual diary. One day I can go back to all my old YouTube videos instead of having to keep a diary of what exercise I'm doing. It's all going to be on video. So yeah, I'm just excited to be learning something new for me. Trying to, I don't know, have different things I'm working on, things that I can improve on, because I'm definitely a novice at this sort of stuff. And yeah, talking about what I've learned along the way, what I've done to change my life, let's say. So yeah, we're just gonna keep doing it every day of the week. So Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Need that time to recuperate. I'll still do exercise obviously on the weekend because that'll be for my passions like foiling and surfing. And then yeah, just having this time each day to do my daily workout. So let's move on to the next set. Last one. 5. Okay. So yeah, now I'm feeling a lot better. My body's feeling more in its normal state again. Maybe that's got to do with the feel-good endorphins that are released from exercise, like BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. And yeah, just getting the blood pumping, the brain working. Yeah, just getting everything going. Okay, so halfway through, feeling good. I need to quite stop saying that. Okay, so that's what I'll do now. In the break, before this last set, do a little weigh-in. So, in May, I was 73 kilos. Now, I am 77.6. This is the heaviest I've been in freaking years. I've been trying to put on weight because before I'd always do like a lot of exercise, but I'd not get the nutrition that I needed to put on weight. So I was actually starting to feel like pretty fragile. Yeah, I haven't had much issues with like joint pain in that time, but that's because I've always done joint health related exercise routines when I do exercise. Yeah, I also like to do a lot of like climbing at the gyms, but yeah, even just looking in the mirror, I'm looking like so much fuller than I used to. Creatine's probably helping with that, because what I do now is, I heard that for brain health, you have to have quite a high dose of creatine. So I'm taking 20 grams of creatine a day, which might look like a lot, but I can definitely feel the benefit of that, see the benefit of that. And yeah, I also don't have the afternoon crashes like I used to have, and that's why I started taking high dose creatine, because I heard on some podcasts that it's apparently negates sleep debt or sleep loss. So because I've always struggled with insomnia, take various things to help with that, but I still know that I don't get like the same rest and recovery that a normal person would. My heart rate variability has always been super, super low. I don't know if that's just the Apple Watch thing, but I'm kind of like 50 on average, which my cousin on her Garmin watch is at over 100. So definitely something going on there, even if it's Apple. Like I'm kind of average on Apple Watch with the amount of exercise and everything that I do. It's quite weird that my HRV is so low. But okay, let me get into this last set and then we can get the rest of our day started. Okay, so whenever I'm doing that, it's to get my gimbal to start tracking me again. Not that I'm just saying peace all the time. Okay, last set of sit-ups. And yeah, that's why I also do this bit of training is everything for me. Core strength and core stability. I used to have quite debilitating back pain through various methods. I've managed to not have back pain for about 5 years already now. I love the burn of the abs. Oh. I also find like your abs, that muscle group, they really don't get nearly as stiff as other muscle groups. Like, when your legs are stiff or your arms are stiff, it's so hard to do anything. But I feel like having a stiff stomach doesn't hinder the rest of your days and abilities. And it's probably one of the core pillars of having a healthy body is having good core stability. So yeah, what I was talking about, the other techniques on top of the exercise is I went for Reiki or energy healing with my friend's mom, and that helped me clear like 5 years of debilitating back pain. Obviously after that I started to tailor all my training routines to core stability. And it's also just nice to have abs that show, because there's definitely a lot of other parts where I'm lacking, mainly my chest. I feel like my arms kind of fine, shoulders. What about back? Let's do this. The bodybuilding thing. I don't even know how that looked. Probably pretty fucking cringe. But okay, let's finish up last bit of pull-ups, and then we're done with our exercise, and we'll get the rest of our day started. I forgot to pause it. So, one thing, don't have my X3, like I've mentioned already multiple times, but I know that once I do get that, and I add that to my morning routines, I'm going to be feeling it. I'm going to be quite stiff every day. Once you kind of get through that initial period of stiffness, and then it kind of becomes quite a lot easier. But at least doing this every day for the next couple of weeks before I get my X3 back should be enough to maintain my strength and fitness, get me primed and ready for when I do get the X3 back, so it doesn't take too much of a toll on my body. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, waking up stiff is not very motivating. Kind of like, I have to do it all again today. But it's all about pushing through, getting through the new day, getting through the exercise set. Once you get to the other side, you always feel better for it. So yeah, super stoked to start finally diving into what was the whole intention of doing this YouTube, is to have like a daily diary of my exercise, to talk about my mental health struggles, and what I've done to overcome them so far. I say so far because it's only been 6 months. I don't expect that it's going to be simple and easy now to never get depressed again, because I spent most of my life in depression. So I feel like it's something I could probably slip back into quite easily. So as long as I keep up my determination, keep pushing through each day, hopefully I'll be able to sustain it for ever, never regress to where I once was. But yeah, thanks for being here again today. Feel like I'm really getting into the flow of this, getting better at it each day, and I hope you enjoying seeing my progress, and that'll help inspire and motivate you to make similar changes in your life and just get out of the grips of depression. So yeah, it's the weekend coming up. I won't be here for the next 2 days. Excited for this weekend, and I'll see you all back here again on Monday. Peace out.